This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com. This episode of the Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to the Urban Conservative. You are either on our YouTube, you are either on our Twitter page, or you are watching us on Facebook at the Urban Conservative. Do us a favor. Make sure you go over to YouTube and follow the new page at TUC Twins, youtube.com at TUC Twins. On YouTube, we got a new channel. You know how that goes. We had to get a new joint. You know, they took us down over there, you know, the community quote unquote standards situation somehow, some way. But we appreciate everybody that taps in. So I'll get right into this. I know y'all not used to
I think it was the
Saturday afternoon like this, but we had to do it. It's a historical moment. The 118th Congress is a thing.
It's in effect right now. It's McCarthy got the votes, bro.
That's what it is.
McCarthy got the votes. But yo, I'm gonna tell you what's interesting is that across social media, online, you see the media, everybody is like, McCarthy's a RINO. And this term RINO to us is kind of losing its luster, no?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. Right,
it's kind of wearing itself out now. Yeah. So here's the thing, folks. We want you to get in the comments if you think, if you've got or are under the impression that Kevin McCarthy is somehow a RINO. Please jump in the comments. Let us know what your thoughts are on Kevin McCarthy and his RINO-ness or lack thereof of RINO-ness.
But I gotta table this, right? The idea of RINO, right? And let's turn this music down a little bit, right? This idea of RINO, right, has been dragged out, and when we first got into this, it seemed like that word was like really bad. Like that was a really bad. He's a RINO. It meant something when somebody was called a RINO. That it hurt. You know, and
I certainly didn't hear the term RINO until about my second year in the party. Yeah.
But my point is that there's levels to RINO, and I would love to know what everybody thinks a RINO is. Right? What do you think a RINO is? What is it now at this point? Because it's almost in the same category that we have to kind of define it. Like, okay, well, there's RINOs. We've seen at levels where people have had disagreements and have made the claim to be the conservative. It's like
the term they use, the term that's used is he's not a true conservative is the term. You got to throw that in there.
So I think it's fair, right? Because we were asked on social media, do we support Kevin McCarthy for speaker, or do we support a RINO from California, which is a fair question. We're a media outlet. People tune into us and, you know, well, what do you guys think? And I haven't personally identified him as a RINO. In all fairness, right? I'm sometimes very focused on local stuff, right?
That's fair.
So I haven't really looked at Kevin McCarthy personally, right? I haven't looked at his achievements. I haven't looked at, you know, a lot of things. You know, I've seen some very biased reporting from other outlets that were hard to watch, that were very hard to watch. We had one guy doing his best Tucker Carlson impression, and it was very cringy, and it just seemed very contrived. And
I'm going to tell you what my problem with that one we watched was. You know what my whole thought was the entire time?
What?
I can see the future bald pattern that he has.
Oh my God.
I could just see it, bro, because I was like, yo, the comb over game was mean, bro. That's all I could think of. I was like, he's got that future, male pattern baldness thing going on. I just couldn't. It's just weird. I don't know.
Well, listen, do us a favor. Do us a favor. For those of you that are going to be listening to this on Spotify and on the podcast apps, just go to OAN and type in McCarthy and just listen to the young man. It's the most contrived bashing I've ever heard. Like, it's the most. And then when we start like looking at what the implications would be of the contrived bashing, it doesn't bode well. It didn't convince me that he's a RINO. It convinced me that you want me to call him a RINO. That's what it convinced me.
I could agree with that.
I almost want to play it for them, Holly.
Okay. So here's the thing, right?
We get a copyright strike for it, I guess.
We will, but that's okay. We won't play it, but here's the thing, bro. Here's where this ultimately lands for me, and this is where I think people got to take this approach to it. Is what do you actually know about Kevin McCarthy? And to go a step back, right? Just to take it a step back, when I was asked, well, what do you think, and do you support Kevin McCarthy? My point was, what I think doesn't matter. It's what those 400 something people in that House of Representatives think that matters. Why do you care what I think? Especially about something I don't have a vote on.
A fair question.
But look,
absolutely fair question. But it is. Listen, that's why I tabled the fact that we're a podcast and that we do this, and it is a fair question. Like, okay, well, do you support him as Speaker of the House? And it would. We have to answer the question honestly, and the reality of it was I don't know enough about him to call him a RINO. I don't have enough information on him to say he's not a RINO. In all fairness, we can't say he's not.
Fair. So why don't we do this, bro? Why don't we take a look? Why? Because y'all are going to go on.
Hold on. I just don't like the word RINO thrown around because of I've seen people who've had policy disagreements, legitimate, what should be intellectually debated disagreements, which are policy differences on how to accomplish something for the community or some type of agenda that shouldn't turn into something personal. And I've seen it devolve into name calling, like we're in the schoolyard. Oh, you're not a true conservative. This person's a RINO.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. Look, how do
we become the authority? And I'm asking, if you have an answer, please get in the comment section and tell us, right? Tell us what your recipe for what a RINO is, right?
Yo, and there's something we did, and I had a part in this. A lot of y'all watching know I'm a county chairman, and one of the interesting things is people look and say, well, that person doesn't agree with the platform, or that person has a difference of opinion on this issue within the platform. But here's what I've always asked. Democrats, by and large, may have those same differences. Is there a term dino? Have you ever heard somebody go, he's a dino? Like, is that a thing?
Oh, no. No, I don't know.
I've never heard, like, and here's the other thing that kills me. It's like, Republicans have no problem with publicizing the circular firing squads.
Yeah, but this is the overall problem, right? So before we look at who Kevin McCarthy is, this is the overall problem that I'm saying. That's par for the course, right?
Okay.
So when we have any, this is basically why I think political science has to include sociology and psychology, because we're dealing with interactions with human beings and tribalisms and innate behaviors and all of this other different stuff that makes up what we seeing. So when you know this is the system and this is the structure that's in place and this is how it's going to operate, it's like par for the course. Now, the other question, right, because we kind of almost gonna have to address this weird elephant in the room, being that I'm from New York, being that I'm from Long Island, right? Okay, the Santos thing, right? The thing is this with this, right? At what point, at what level is there a check or a balance for it? And then what do I have to do with it if that's not even in my district? Like, what do you mean? What's my opinion of it? I think it's ethically wrong to lie. Like, I don't know if that's Like
It's wrong to lie. It's wrong to
the dude
lie. I don't
lied.
think anybody
Dude
disagrees
lied.
on it.
What am I supposed to now be like? What I don't understand getting a pitchfork for everything. All right, he
Well,
lied.
the
Now,
bottom line is this. He's gonna have to deal with the constituents in his area
hey,
next
bro,
election cycle.
exactly.
You're
Not
gonna have
only
because
that,
it's coming back, bro.
but
All
bro,
that's coming back.
hold on a second. Let me explain to y'all why we don't cover certain things, right? I have to play this video, Ali. I just go ahead, take up
Well,
a
real
few
quick,
seconds. I
we
have
got
to
a we
play
got
this.
a comment before you do that. We got a comment in the shouts out to all the NCGOP county chairs. We got a comment from the NCGOP county chairs group. Kevin Wisnant said, "Quit with the RINO label." Agreed, and thanks for watching, bro. Appreciate it. Grant, I tend to agree, man. That term gets thrown around a whole lot. Where were you going, bro?
Hold on, I gotta. I'm looking for this video that I watched earlier, and this will kind of sum up why we don't have to bash people. I mean, I gotta find it. Oh, here we go.
So what are we what are we
I
about
think
to
I
see?
found it. I think I found
Well,
it.
while he's pulling that up, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. You're checking out the Urban Conservative
Hold
Podcast
on,
live on a Saturday.
hold
We
on. I'm on mute.
appreciate you coming in and checking it out. Make sure you give us a like, share, subscribe. Head on over to YouTube, TUC Twins. You can check us out there. And TUconservative.com, man. Get yourself a membership. Hook up the brothers. Make sure that we continue to spread conservatism as much as we possibly can. We definitely appreciate everybody over at Millennium TV for all their support, man. Make sure y'all checking us out every single Monday night, 8 p.m. live. You're checking out a special report, man. Now that McCarthy has the gavel, now what? We're at the point of discussing whether or not this dude is a RINO. And while my brother's looking for that video, the one thing I want to do is I want to give a big shout out to everybody that supports the Urban Conservative Podcast. People, this week we were getting the, hey, are you guys competing with the Hodge twins? And I'm like, no, we're not competing with the Hodge twins. I've actually had a chance to meet the Hodge twins up in DC.
Yo, hold on. I gotta tell you a story. I gotta tell you a story. So I'm in a group trolling some people in this group, and then it's like 600 people in the group, and it's a group of liberals who control the group clearly. And they have no idea that I have editing going on in the background. Like, I'm waiting for things to render out. No one did his work, so I'm just in this group trolling. I'm answering the questions. I'm going back and forth. I'm having a great time, right? So the guy, he goes, "What's the Urban Conservative? What are you guys? The Hodge twins from Wish?"
Oh, snap. That is freaking hilarious, bro.
Hysterical. He doesn't even understand how much I just made this guy famous. I just made you famous. I forgot the guy's name. I would have said his name, but it was hysterical. Hold on.
That's great. That's good comedy there, bro.
I found the video, sir.
Okay, let's do it.
Hold on a second. I have to get the video. It is I got it right here.
So set this back up. We're playing this video because what again? Because we want we don't want to lose people.
No, not that we want to lose people, but we were asked about this, right? Like, oh,
okay.
What do y'all think of this? And I'm here in New York, right? So this is why we didn't have to go on a, like, 100 million people covered this already, and this, what I'm about to play for you guys, I knew this was coming. So we said, yo, it sucks, this is politicians lie. We've all said this, but this is what you end up with. Okay, so here's what you got. Here's what you got, Ali. This was his day.
All right, this is George Santos walking into Congress.
This is 3 days ago. So
walking into Congress. Oh, Lord. I have not seen this, so this ought to be good.
First off, the idea that he doesn't have staff, I don't know who these people are with him, right? All right. I don't know what's going on.
Well, no, they said he didn't have staff for his office, but okay.
But I don't know what's going on here. This is
clearly that's staff, but okay.
This is a very interesting looking group of people here, we must say. But anyway, moving forward, this is why we didn't have to bash the guy. Check this out.
What's your name today? Is it Anthony DeVolder or is it George Santos?
Right.
Yeah.
What? How can I do it better than that, folks? How could we roast somebody better than standing there?
I'm sorry, bro. Look at his face.
This is what we
Look
were.
at his face.
Y'all have to understand, but our silence doesn't mean complicity. We're not complicit. Yeah, we're Republicans, but I couldn't do that better than that guy. I'm not driving to DC to do this. This is amazing.
You said, what's your name today? Ooh, that's great.
We started off really bad.
What's your name today? Is it Anthony DeVolder or is it George Santos?
Phone. He goes for the phone. He goes for the phone. Now this gets worse. This gets worse. This gets worse. Hold on. Now you understand why I was quiet, folks. Y'all took us not saying anything about this like we were cool with it and we don't want Republicans to be embarrassed. Nah, I knew this was coming. This was the gold. This was the gold.
We needed this content. Oh,
yeah, here we go. Watch this one.
Do you think anyone in New York actually trusts you? Do you have any idea what you're doing today? Are you pretending to look at your phone?
Oh my God. Bro.
Yo, wait. I'm going to tell you what the problem with this. Go back a few ticks. All right. Yo, did he do a face unlock? Did he do anything on the phone? He might have really. I didn't see anything that led me to believe the phone was unlocked. No facial recognition, nothing.
Hey, type a 1 in the comment section if you think he was actually on the phone. Or type a 2 in the comment section if you do not think he was actually on the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, if you believe that he was on the phone, please type 1 in the comment section right now. I'm gonna put up the chat overlay so y'all can see. I got the chat overlay up, y'all. Come on now. Type
1 if he was actually on the phone.
Actually on the phone, or 2 if you believe he was not actually on the phone. And who has notifications on their lock screen? This is what I want to know. Maybe I'm gonna table because we're biased. We're not biased, rather. Maybe he has notifications right there on the phone. Maybe he has notifications on the phone. Yeah, I know I turned mine off though.
Nah, but bro, there was no like thumb to unlock, no none of that.
Come on,
son. That's why I said go back, look at the phone pickup. Son. There was there wasn't even a phone unlock.
Come on.
Watch it. Look. Watch it. Watch the pull out.
How far did he go? No thumb swipe. Come on, George, please. Thumb swipe, George. Come on, George.
Do you have any idea what
Come
you're
on,
doing
give me
today?
a thumb swipe.
Swipe.
No, look at his thumb. No.
Wait, maybe in the beginning of the video.
What's your name
No
today?
phone.
Is it
No phone in
Anthony
hand.
DeVolder or is it George
No
Santos?
phone. Grab the phone. Look for the phone.
Nah,
You think
son, he
anyone
never
in New York
unlocked
actually
it.
trusts you?
On the phone. No.
Do you have any idea what
Didn't
you're doing
unlock
today?
it. Oh, this is not good. No. Oh my. Bro. Yo, all right. So if I'm this guy, what do I do? All right, but this is why I was trying to tell y'all. I kept saying, wait. Like, what do y'all want us to say that hasn't already been said? He got caught lying? Yeah, he got caught lying. Okay. He got caught lying. Okay. But here's the thing. This is brutal. It gets worse. Watch this.
Do you have any idea what you're doing today?
Processing.
Are you pretending to look at your phone?
Are you pretending to look?
A random look back.
Do you worry about the charges in jail? Prosecutors going to use them?
Are you going to refund the people that funded your campaign?
Sir, are you concerned about the is he upping the fraud charges against you?
Oh my.
No thanks. I'm cool. So
Yo, why do I feel like he's literally being swamped right now?
So listen. The whole question, if you just tuning in, the whole question was this: is he on the? What's going on the phone? Is he really on the phone?
Do you think anyone in New York actually trusts you?
To answer that question, I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna say no. People
I don't live in
trust
New
you.
York, but if you were in North Carolina and did that, I
I
wouldn't
don't live
trust
in
you.
this district. I don't live in this district, but if I could imagine that the people that do, they, I listen.
Nah,
I don't know how that works.
nah.
I'm being honest. I don't know how. This is a very precarious situation where clearly someone's. I mean, we're laughing because is he really on the phone though?
Have any idea what
Now
you're
at
doing
this
today?
point, do you have any idea what you're doing today?
Nah.
No phone unlocked. No. Who keeps their phone in their
pretending to
pocket
keep the phone?
unlocked? Please, somebody tell me who keeps their phone in their pocket unlocked and open to look at something. Because somebody explain
Nobody
that.
does that, bro.
If you,
Nobody does that.
I don't even think there's liberals that do that.
Nobody does that, bro.
No one does that. All right, so let's move away from this. That's our. Now that you guys have got our take, let's examine who Mr. Kevin McCarthy is. Let's examine.
All right. So here's the thing y'all got to understand, right? When you say somebody's a RINO or that person's a RINO or whatever the case may be, and you want to talk about somebody, if you don't know who the person is, where they came from, or anything about them, which I'm not throwing the term RINO at Kevin McCarthy because y'all are learning in real time with me. So if you're not watching live and you're listening back, we're gonna cover this just a little bit. So McCarthy serves the 23rd district in the House got in there in 2006. Bakersfield and fourth generation Kern County resident. Granddaddy was a cattle rancher. Dad was a firefighter. Working class family. Let's see. I don't need all of the jargon. Age of 21, started his own small business, Kevin O's Deli, from the ground up. Wait a minute. Started a small business. So we're not talking about somebody that doesn't know the struggles of a small business. Is that a fair statement to make?
Yeah, but it's not to me it's fair, but it's I hope no one just can't. Oh, y'all defended him now because you're examining his background. Like,
how do you
just
come
don't
up
wanna-
with an opinion about somebody if you don't know nothing about them? If you can't get,
This
I
is
mean,
what we hope people would do on both sides of the aisle, right?
all right, so let's look at this. So 21,
So
started
that's
his own
fair.
business, Kevin O's Deli, worked hard, hired employees, enjoyed success in the community, and he soon learned, as all small business owners do, the margins are thin, the hours are long, and that often Sacramento and Washington are obstacles, not aids to success. And if you look at what's come out of Sacramento, that is a fair statement to make. And even in some regards, what's come out of DC with this current administration, yeah. The redundant and frivolous rules, along with tedious paperwork, overburdening taxes, compelled Kevin to enter into public service. All right, I could see how being agitated as a business owner had a bunch of regulation to lead you to want to get. Yeah, I can see that. All right, so far, anything RINO-ish to you so far, bro?
Does being from California instantly do you have a predisposition to being a RINO because you're from California? And California,
Nah, I don't think that's a fair jump to make.
Okay,
I wouldn't do
because
that.
it's also attached to his RINOism because he's a Republican from California is attached to his liberalism.
Okay. So just the very nature of being from somewhere.
Could be.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm asking y'all if that. I mean, I don't know how that works, but if you think that's how it works, I don't know. Maybe it does. But go ahead.
Okay. So while in school, he interned for Congressman Bill Thomas, later became a member of Congressman's staff. In 2000, he won his first public election as a trustee to the Kern County College District. And then in 2002, elected to represent the 32nd Assembly District in the California State Assembly. So wait a minute.
I did not know that.
I had no idea that he served as a local trustee. He won a public election to the Community College District, and then he served in the state legislature. Okay. As a freshman legislator, he was selected unanimously by Republican colleagues to serve as the Assembly Republican leader, becoming the first freshman legislator and first legislator from Kern County to assume the top post in the California legislature. Paving a little way there, blazing a little path there, I see. Okay. Kevin worked with his colleagues in the Assembly and the Senate with the governor to reduce California's budget deficit, overhaul the state workers' comp plan, and enhance California business climate to create more opportunities for workers and businesses. After he was elected to Congress in 2006, Kevin quickly became chief deputy whip and later served as majority whip in 2014, elected as Republican leader in the House, where he now leads Congress in fighting for individual liberty, efficient and effective government, free markets, and vibrant civil society. Hold on. He's leading Congress in fighting for individual liberty. That sounds very Republican, don't it?
Very conservative.
Efficient and effective government. Does that sound...
Well, what do you mean by efficient and effective? Because here's an argument I'm gonna throw out there.
Okay.
There's a contention of us on the right that'll go, hey, we want small, limited government, not efficient and effective government.
Fair. I think an efficient and effective government, size of government could lend to its efficiency and its effectiveness. So I think that's
so I'm just inserting the potential, playing the other side of the fence. Well, a true conservative would say small, limited, not efficient and effective, because you can't ever have efficient government. This is the argument.
I don't know if that works. I don't know if that works.
I'm just shooting it out there.
I mean, listen. You can argue small and limited or efficient and effective, but I think the fact that this is saying is you're gonna have government. It might as well be efficient and it might as well be effective. Like the size of it, we can argue. Sure.
Okay. I just tabled it. Okay.
Right. Free markets, which is in a vibrant civil society. I actually like that term. The way they couched in all of those social issues into vibrant civil society.
I love that.
Was that not a good tuck in right there?
Very nice tuck. Since Kevin was elected to Congress, he and his Republican colleagues have blocked the largest tax increase in American history. Cut out of control government spending, passed bills to create jobs, promoted North American energy independence, and fought to free Americans from meddlesome influence of Washington in healthcare and beyond. All right, so he's married, got 2 children, Connor and Megan. All right, so where are we going with this? Based
on what I see on his website, right? How he describes himself at this point, I wouldn't. Nothing there made he's a fake Republican, like spider senses tingle.
But he's a part of the swamp.
I mean, look, so he got elected in Congress in 2006.
Hold on a second. Hold on. This is what we asked for. This is exactly what we asked for. So we have here a comment that said he is a piece of boobity, seditious, treasonous traitor. Now,
sedition, you say?
If you could kindly point us to something to indicate that now that we can look at, we will agree with you if we can.
Hold on. The term seditious means inciting or causing people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. I'm going to need to get some evidence of that seditious behavior. That's what seditious means.
Now, respectfully, we're asking because if we're going to call him a RINO, we're not calling him a RINO, and we're not calling him a RINO. We don't have enough evidence, and to say he's a piece of crap, seditious, treasonous traitor wouldn't bring me to call him a RINO because you said that. Now, if you said he's a seditious, treasonous traitor because of A, B, C, just small points in the comment that we could cross-reference and go, well, he did that. Yeah, that's seditious. He did that. That's treasonous. And that would make him a traitor.
Right. And then you say treasonous, that means involving or guilty of the crime of betraying one's own country. So point us to where he incited violence against the government. And then we need to know where he did the betrayal of the country. That'll be good. That would be helpful.
In the comment section, and then
all right. So speaking of seditious and treasonous,
but what we don't have is anything that we could glean from this bio, at least to my satisfaction, of wanting to imply that somebody's a RINO, right?
No, that's fair.
Now, I think it would be fair for us to look at that video we didn't really want to look at, because the fact of the matter is, it would support her that he's a seditionist, treasonous traitor. The video would support her point, right? And would it be fair for us to not play that and then not support the other side of the argument?
So let's go for it. I mean, the
Hold on, I'm
people at
pulling
home
it up
that are
in a
watching
minute.
can hear it back. Real quick, if you're just jumping in, let us know where you're watching from. We really appreciate the love. You're checking out the Urban Conservative. We're live on a Saturday, one of these special appearances. Now that McCarthy has been elected speaker, we're looking at the question now that he has the gavel. Now what? We're talking about whether or not he is a RINO. If you think he is an air finger quote RINO, get in the comment section and let us know why you think he's a RINO. If you don't think he's a RINO, we'd appreciate that comment as well. You're checking out the Urban Conservative. If you want to support what we do here, you can shoot us a couple of bucks, $ TU Conservative on Cash App. You could also go over to tuconservative.com, get yourself a membership. That Hamilton plan's only $10. It supports what we do here on the platform, and it also helps us continue to spread the conservative message into urban communities across the country. Right now, we got a comment in the young lady, thanks for watching, that said he is a POS, seditious, a treasonous traitor. We're going to take a look at this report from OAN, if you want to call it a report. I don't know. We'll see.
I listen, in all fairness, let me kill this music, right? In all fairness, if this is reporting, right? I'm good on what reporting am. I'm cool on it. Like, I'm good on reporting. All right, let me know if you can hear this, Ali. All right, here we go. So again, we don't own this content, so I might have to refresh the page. What does he got going on? You see him glitching up there?
Yeah, I see him. He's a little glitchy. So go ahead and reset that. Yeah, go ahead and reset that.
Okay, and refresh. There we go.
All right, make that bigger, that thing big.
All right, this is what you got. Okay.
Insisted he be called, but after the convening of the 118th Congress in Tuesday's vote, he certainly was not worthy of that title. In fact, we can more accurately describe Kevin McCarthy by what he is not. He is not Speaker of the House.
Wrong.
We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that he's also not America first.
All right. Do you see what I'm saying about the future bald?
All right, yeah, but what I'm saying is, he said we know beyond a shadow of a doubt he's not America first. He's made a claim. See, people watch the news and they don't go back and stop these things at the point where people make the claim. That's the initial claim, is that Mr. Guy right here, I don't know your name, but beyond a shadow of a doubt. Okay, let's hear your evidence.
He's proven that lately. In his newfound love for Vladimir Zelensky, for example, the transvestite strip dancer turned Ukrainian president who shows up to Congress in a sweatshirt before making out like a bandit with tens of...
What?
All right, yo, hold on. My head hurts now.
What?
In his newfound love for Vladimir Zelensky, for example, the transvestite strip dancer turned Ukrainian president who shows up to Congress...
The what?
All right, hold on. I'm on it, bro. Hold on.
Congress in a sweatshirt before making out like a bandit with tens of billions of your dollars. But Kevin McCarthy loves it. He loves it so much that he has reprimanded members of his own party for calling Zelensky a thug, exactly what he is. He's reprimanded Joe Biden. Now, on the surface, that sounds great, but he reprimanded...
See, you're reading it. See, this is very... All right,
reprimanded Biden not for failing to put American families first.
Yo, he's got it. Yo, wait. Tucker Carlson just accused him of dressing like a strip club owner, but what? That's why I said this dude is doing his
Ukrainian president who shows up to Congress in a sweatshirt before making out like a bandit with...
This guy's an idiot.
Called him a transvestite.
So not America first. He's proven that lately. In his newfound love for Vladimir Zelensky, for example, the transvestite strip dancer turned Ukrainian president, has reported Kevin McCarthy's top advisor has gotten failing another nation's.
Requesting that American men and women, as though that was the problem is this administration.
Biden, so says Kevin McCarthy, is not distracted enough from record inflation and diminishing quality of life for every American. Here's McCarthy back in March.
The problem is the delay. The problem is this administration.
Oh, so we're not going to play the question he was asked. What is he answering? What question is he answering when you switch to a clip? What is this?
Yeah, but you jumped so far ahead. I'm lost now.
Delayed time and again.
All right, listen.
Joe Biden. Now, on the surface, that sounds great, but he reprimanded Biden not for failing to put American families first, but for not putting Ukraine first. Joe Biden, so says Kevin McCarthy, is not distracted enough from record inflation and diminishing quality of life for every American. Here's McCarthy back in March.
The problem is the delay. The problem is this administration has delayed time and again, creating the situation to be worse, giving the wrong message to Putin. When President Biden said in his press conference, well, if they take a little part of Ukraine, as though that was okay. The slowness of moving weaponry to Ukraine to have a deterrent where Russia would not invade. You've watched a leader stand.
How does that? What? Yo, if y'all, all right. I mean, if you're watching this and you don't, the thing is, and this is where it gets a little strange, is if you don't stop and really listen to what people, you have to know this is designed to create a point of view. So the answer, how this young man couched what he then cut to is just like arbitrary, like it's not consistent, it's not coherent. None of this would make me think he's a traitor. He's saying y'all delayed the aid and the weapons that made the situation worse. How is that anti-American? Y'all, if y'all
yo, I'm sorry, bro. You gotta explain to me.
Y'all wouldn't have been able to take over here. Y'all delayed, let them take more places. The message y'all sent to him, why didn't they do this when Trump was in there? Blah, blah, blah. All right, cool.
Here's my problem, bro. I still haven't got past him accusing Vladimir Zelensky, who was a comedian and an actor, sure, of being a transvestite stripper.
Yo, bro, that sounds like a. I ain't gonna say it. I'm not.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Say it. I something, but I'm not gonna say it, bro. I'm not gonna say it because.
What are you gonna say?
Bro. All right. There's a group. There's like this grouping, this inner grouping of conservatives, and I realize this now because as we observe that there can be rational people, right? There's this notion that there cannot be rational people that are liberals, and historically that's not true. Right? It's there's this new context, media generated context, and it is real that is a little too far to the left. It's way too far left. There's a group of people who are not being rational about their approach to how far left on the spectrum of their political disposition they are.
Right.
But then that would be equally as true for people on the right.
Right.
There's a point where you've gone too far. There's a MAGA limit. Because of reality, there's a line that's past the point of being rational on both sides.
All right, so
that's
you've heard me say this before, bro, and folks at home, you're welcome to this. Okay, there's something I call the 20-20-60 rule. That is. 20% of people are bat poop crazy to the left, 20% of people are bat poop crazy to the right, and the rest of us, 60% of the people are right there in the middle, bro. We're right there in the middle where we agree on most things, but this idea,
here's the thing, right? Because listen, because now we're talking about this McCarthy thing, and is he a RINO, right? It's important that you guys share these dialogues because we agree with some of the sentiments, just the sentiments that are held by certain people on the left. There are a few sentiments, right, that are genuine sentiments as it relates to how we look at government, how we look at the education thing. There are things that we have to come together on where they almost cancel out your label. Like kids' reading scores cancels out your label. It doesn't matter what party you want kids to read good. Like, so there are things that cancel out your
right.
So what I'm saying is, but what my point was is, Ali, that they think on the opposite side. There are people who are not Republicans or won't identify, especially in the urban community, who don't want to identify as conservative, who don't want to identify as a Republican or even vote Republican, because they don't think we share the sentiment that there's flaws in the political process, that there's flaws
Right.
within the individuals on both sides, and that they're a piece of craps on both sides. We just got to know who we calling what. You just can't go throwing them around because the latest news story or the YouTube channel that you get your information from says this about a person. It needs to be rendered out like for yourself. It can't be taking someone else's opinion and then saying, well, based on this opinion, I'm gonna form my opinion, and now Kevin McCarthy's a RINO.
All right, so let's finish this video. Keep going through this.
All right.
is being bombed, not requesting that American men and women go into war, simply help us provide the weapons that we can defend ourselves.
What kind of backwards world is this when a Republican is bashing Joe Biden for not failing his people, but for supposedly failing another nation's people? What else do we know about Kevin McCarthy? Well, he has ties to China through the Washington lobby, the big tech lobbyists, and more.
His pauses on the
You've watched the
teleprompter
leader
are
stand in the Capitol is being bombed, not requesting that American men and women go into war.
But when you're this biased, you're opening yourself up to this. When you become a talking head, you're opening yourself up to this. So now this becomes part of the presentation. This is
he is clearly, I will do whatever it takes to be the talking head guy.
What kind of backwards world is this when a Republican is bashing Joe Biden for failing?
Oh, the laugh fail. There was a laugh fail. The injection of the laugh fail.
He's not failing his people, but for supposedly failing another nation's people. What else do we know about Kevin McCarthy? Well, he ties to China through the Washington lobby.
Does that make him a RINO?
Yo, I just think this guy should already go with the baldy, son.
Last year, Kevin McCarthy opposed historic antitrust law. He's not failing his people, but for supposedly failing another nation's people. What else do we know about Kevin McCarthy? Well, he has ties to China through the Washington lobby, the big tech lobbyists, and more. Last year, Kevin McCarthy opposed historic antitrust law.
We're going to create a graphic and put the Chinese flag behind it to drive the point home.
Correct.
There's nothing that certain can, there's nothing more than anti-China graphics and propaganda to get people going. This is great production.
Legislation that would have broken up big tech and restored a sense of balance to the national conversation, to the public square. Why? Well, as the National File has reported, Kevin McCarthy's top advisor has gotten quite rich as a big tech lobbyist. Quote, last year, McCarthy opposed historic antitrust legislation supported by members of both parties, working with his top outside advisor, big tech lobbyist and political operative Jeff Miller, to make sure the Ending Platform Monopolies Act never became law. Not to mention he used FTX's dirty money to bankroll campaigns against America First candidates. He dumped money into defeating Joe Kent, Anthony Sabatini, Laura Loomer, and more.
So what I've heard so far is he knows people.
Let's go back.
The Ending Platform Monopolies Act.
Let's look at the campaigns that he supported. Hold on.
Not to mention he used FTX's dirty money to bankroll campaigns against America First candidates. He dumped money into defeating Joe Kent and
who?
Joe Kent.
Yeah, let's go look at Joe.
I'm already on it. Joe Kent, politician.
Did he have a primary?
Joe Kent. Let me see primary. Facing defeat, Joe Payne campaign looks cured. The Republican candidate said he won't concede until every legal vote is counted. That includes a practice of finding balance. 2 days after Democrat Marie Gluesenkamp Perez and Numias Mita declared herself the next congressperson, Republican Joe Kent remains searching for any last-minute votes to reverse his fortune. Kent has not conceded. So as of November 14th, he lost to the Democrat.
Hold on. So Joe Kent, hold on. But now let's look at something. Joe Kent, where was that race at?
This is Washington's 3rd congressional district, so Washington State.
Okay, Washington State. Joe Kent for Congress. All right, Joe Kent, meet Joe Kent, new issues about contact. I'm on his website right now. Give you something. So now the question would be, was he endorsed by the paid for by Joe Kent for Congress? Was he endorsed? Who Kent America First, Kent America First for Congress. So help elect America First Patriot. Let's read about Joe. I was born in Cabin in Sweet Home, Oregon. Grew up in Oregon when I was 18. Listed in the Army. So thank him for his service as an infantryman, seeing established hubris, contempt for president. I represented or replaced the people. No one's I saw every opportunity media outlet give me my 20 experience, which is correct. President Trump was defending Trump's policies, gave me a taste of the savage fight we face against a hostile mainstream media, deeply entrenched. I moved back to the Pacific Northwest and over 20
No, it
years
doesn't look like he had a primary. So you're saying what he would be assuming is that the McCarthy put up money to get this. Who did he put up the money to? The Democrat? Like what
Again,
are you making
I'm
the
trying to
suggestion of here?
understand
Because
that.
he didn't. It looks like he didn't have a primary. I don't see a primary here.
Okay,
He was
what
running against a Democrat.
okay, and what GOP is that? Where's that at?
That's Washington State.
Okay, so hold on. So what district? Washington State.
3rd Congressional District. I don't see anything there. And so what we're suggesting, folks, is when
They still got their 2022 candidate, Republican candidates up there. So hold on,
and I'm
2022.
but what I'm
Tiffany,
suggesting,
Vincent, Dan,
but
and
listen, what
Joe.
I'm suggesting at this point is the guy on OAN made a
So
claim that McCarthy spent money to defeat Republicans. That's the claim that we're investigating. So we're looking at this to see where it comes from. Just where? Because I'm looking like if he would have put up money to defeat him, it would have been in the primary. And I'm not seeing that.
What's the claim? Hold on.
Anthony Sabatini, Laura Loomer, operative Jeff Miller, to make sure the Ending Platform Monopolies Act never became law. Not to mention he used FTX's dirty money to bankroll campaigns against America First candidates. He dumped money into defeating Joe Kent, Anthony Sabatini, Laura Loomer, and more. The red wave turned into a pink trickle, in no small part thanks to Kevin McCarthy's adamancy about keeping conservative Republicans out of D.C.
I'm looking at the results right now. Hold on. 20, what was this? District 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Marie Glusenkamp Perez got 160,000. Joe Kent got 157,000. It was a very close race.
What? So now you're cut. So wait a minute. Can you please pull up the Can you please pull up the Yeah, pull that up.
There's the results right there.
So I would need to understand how that works.
I mean, you're just making the statement. The dude just made the claim that he spent money against America First candidates. That's the claim, and what we're saying is, this Jew Joe Kent barely lost. So you'd got to be suggesting that that Kevin McCarthy put money into a Democrat. When you that doesn't even make sense.
What's the woman's name that ran?
Marie Glusenkamp Perez.
How do you spell the gluten?
GLUSENKA.
Perez, FEC filing.
I mean, and this, folks, is what I would hope people do is go look at this stuff. Because we on the right, y'all got to remember, as much as we give crap to the left for CNN or MSNBC for all this propaganda, the same thing happens on the right. People will say anything. Like my brother said, there's whoever owns these stations has an agenda. And the agenda is a political agenda is to get you think a certain way. He just claimed Kevin McCarthy spent money against these people through FTX. He didn't provide any resources, materials, references, anything for that. He just made the claim.
FEC Form 6 loan received. It only has 3 $1,000 donations on it so far. Let's see.
And it's not like this stuff you can't go look at it. We're looking right at the whatchamacallit for this person. We're looking right at the campaign finance law. Right. You don't even got to get in the weeds on that.
No, I got it right here. Listen.
Okay.
Candidate spent winner. She spent Listen, she spent $3,839. She raised $3,839. Hold on. She raised $3,800,039.47. Right.
Okay. So
She
three
spent
million
three
eight hundred
million.
thousand. She almost raised 4 million.
She spent damn near that. She spent 3.7, and
Okay.
cash on hand is 91. Okay,
Okay.
91,000. Joe Kent raised 36, spent 35, and has 155. So now let's see. Joe Kent outspending by candidate. Joe Kent outspent Goose and Kent.
He outspent her. He outraised her and he outspent her and he still lost. Why?
Yeah, so that claim is a little strange though. So that
So
just made my point is that just made this claim very strange though. It's just now you just saying stuff because if he outraised her, where did it like I'm trying to understand how that makes sense.
Right. So let's keep going. Keep going with this video.
All right.
Hasn't even wanted some of them to be allowed to stay on Twitter. Kevin McCarthy suggested in April of 2021 that Twitter censor members of his own caucus, Republican officials, members of Congress. Listen.
This is what we have to confront with this. Can't they take their Twitter accounts away too?
Can't they take their Twitter accounts away too?
Yeah, what did he say before and after that though?
And that was a question.
And what
that was a question, but can't they take come on. All right.
Look, we can't on the right as conservatives on the right, we can't let people do this.
Starting to see they wrote on the teleprompter for him to say, aren't you starting to see patterns here?
Away too? Interesting. Are you starting to see a pattern here?
Wow.
Yo, Rob, listen to me. Why don't this dude just go with the middle? You know, the two.
I know.
Do you get it yet? I haven't even mentioned the fact that McCarthy tried.
He looks like a young Brian Stelter without the ball.
That's what I'm going for.
With Liz on ways to get Trump to resign. That's there too because the internet is forever. Don't you get it? McCarthy is everything he claims to be against. On the outside, you'll see him calling for big tech transparency. We need to investigate and get to the bottom of this. It's all a front. It's fake. Kevin McCarthy is not a Republican, nor a conservative.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I just got to ask a question.
Wow.
Is Kevin McCarthy a registered Republican?
I think you're going to have to check his voter registration. Because if I say it, then it's the twin said he's a real Republican. I'm just asking who gets to define these things. If we're going to go with
Kevin McCarthy is an American politician, blah, 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 office or R, Republican. He's a registered Republican. Right. So when you say he's not a Republican, it's people like this that are causing, it's stuff like this that's causing problems for the GOP because you have people this stupid to say something this dumb, and this is supposed to be conservative news?
Yeah, but he gets to go, he gets a bunch of pats on the back at the rally when they go, the rally, he gets a pat on the back. He's the guy from OAN. He's the real conservative. He's better than Tucker. He's better than Tucker. Yeah, Tucker soon. Yeah, that's all of that. It's all of that. And listen,
the dude is in fact a Republican though.
But the point that I'm trying to get at is without making fun of anybody and without being like, just seriously, if this is what you were going to use to convince me that he's a RINO, it's not going to work. This is not going to.
I'm not convinced so far.
For what I need. I'm not convinced yet.
And he's certainly not America first. He's in bed with big tech.
Hold on. Now we have to deal with that.
All right. We're going to deal with the fact that he just said that Kevin McCarthy is not America first, while simultaneously Kevin McCarthy, House Leader, Republican, California, released the Commitment to America plan for a new direction to get the United States back on track. As McCarthy leads,
how many congressmen got on board with that?
Here you go, right there. There you go.
How many congressmen got on board with the Commitment to America?
All right, let's look at this. Unlock American resources. This section focuses on combating rising energy costs by restoring America's energy independence production through supporting policies that make it easier for the U.S. to mine its strategic minerals, policies that speed up licensing and construction of renewable hydropower projects, and policies that increase the U.S.'s production of oil and natural gas. 4 bills are proposed to unlock American Resources, HR 6858, HR 543, HR 2604, and HR 1588. Second part of this, American innovation. Let me know when I get to the anti-American non-MAGA thing, bro. This section focuses on incentivizing innovation as new technologies that'll increase the U.S. competitiveness and security by making energy cheaper, cleaner, and more reliable. 7 bills are proposed to increase American innovation and compete against Chinese. Wait a minute. Hold on. Stop. The guy you just accused of being in bed with China. The second part of this commitment to America is American innovation that focuses on incentivizing innovation in new technologies that will increase the U.S.'s competitiveness and security by making energy cheaper, cleaner, and more reliable. 7 bills are proposed to increase American innovation and compete against the Chinese Communist Party in science and technology, HR 2153, 1746, blah, 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 blah. Let's build America.
What we recommend you do is go look at this for yourself, because I'm saying,
hold on, bro. Let America build. This section focuses on reducing costs for Americans and helping lower global emissions by removing inefficient regulatory and permitting requirements that impede the speed at which the U.S. can develop additional energy resources and deploy innovative technologies. 8 bills and 1 resolution are proposed on that. Build resilient communities. This is interesting. This section focuses on investing in resilient communities to ensure Americans can quickly respond to and recover from man-made and natural disasters. So we got a Natural Disaster Recovery Act, a Weather Radio Modernization Act, a Small Project Efficient and Effective Disaster Recovery Act, Expediting Disaster Recovery Act, Connecting Communities Post-Disaster. Come on. Securing supply chains is the 5th part of this. This section focuses on combating supply chain crisis on 5 fronts. Building healthy communities by securing supply chains. No timber from tyrants. Resilient Federal Forest Act. $1 trillion. Come on, bro. You got to get to the point where this dude is working against America. Growth through innovation. This section focuses on innovation to drive long-term economic growth and strong national defense by promoting advances in financial technology. Rebuilding the American workforce. This section focuses on creating a more robust workforce by supporting policies that'll create career pathways for, come on, every person I know has talked about improving career pathways for people, especially improving those for people who are formerly incarcerated and now out. I just saw a program that's getting federal dollars to put people that are formerly incarcerated working for electrical companies, clearing the electrical lines. So what do we, like, you can't, conservation with a purpose, even working to improve the environment. Beat China. Part of the commitment to America is beat China and Russia.
Hold on, back up, son, back up. Listen, this is what what we simply saying is, if you could table other than the talking points that he just made, because the claim's going to be made that he benefits somehow financially from the crypto space, blah, 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 blah. And if you're going to table that as the criteria to be a RINO, then everybody who owns some Bitcoin, everybody who's involved in the crypto space now has to be qualified as RINOs. It's just,
right.
What works for one works for everybody, unless we create in a separate set of rules for the Speaker of the House.
Fair enough.
That's what we're doing. I mean, but
that video you was playing also tabled that McCarthy is in China's pocket.
He was going to get to that. Here. He was going to get to that.
All right.
And China and the globalists and the deep state and the big tech lobbies, all of them. He is the swamp. He's the biggest alligator in the swamp right now. He's a lying, cheating, good-for-nothing DC parasite, leeching off of globalist elites for money and influence.
Tell me that was, wait, whoa.
Offered Kevin McCarthy
but see,
right
all right, yo, listen. I come from something different, man. I come from something cut from a different cloth, bro. Because you can't talk about me like that, bro. Like,
yo, this dude is talking like that because he'll never run into Kevin McCarthy.
And if he does,
he'll never even be in a room with Kevin McCarthy.
He's gonna shake his hand and say, "How you doing, Mr. Speaker?"
Correct.
Like, come on, bro.
And I can see it now.
Why do y'all let people put batteries in a back like this? This is what I don't understand. You got this, and I'm saying this respectfully.
Like, who is this dude?
Listen, I'll tell him to his face, you're a goofball. You're goofy. You read that. You got on the screen and read that and
Oh,
didn't
bro,
produce.
this dude's name is
You,
Addison Smith, bro.
you
Oh,
didn't even present any evidence to the people. You read what was on the teleprompter.
mm.
And if we as conservatives are going to talk about real news and fake news and what's news and what does it mean to be informed, then the question is, right, if the second half of the question that McCarthy has the gavel, but is he a RINO? So that's for you to decide if he's a RINO. I can't call him a RINO. I don't even at this point, we don't know what a RINO is anymore, because anybody that disagrees with anything is something. It's something. You're something because you disagree. But
I got it. Yo, bro. Addison Smith, producer, news personality for One America News Network, frequently appearing in and producing political media shows, was previously a campus reform reporter and a student studying business marketing at Liberty University. Addison also worked with Liberty University's Standing for Freedom Center as a social media manager and was a campus reform correspondent before accepting a full-time staff position as campus reform. Both he and his work have been featured in Fox News, Daily Wire, Breitbart, Newsmax, and more. So we're not talking about like somebody that actually, he says in here, he researching, investigating, and reporting liberal bias and abuse on college. But the point being, you didn't produce any evidence in making this claim that he's a lying, cheating. When you say cheating, like cheating on who? Cheating on what? How many ethics investigations have there been?
Cheating in the swamp right now. He's a lying, cheating, good-for-nothing DC parasite, leeching off of globalist elites for money and influence. I'll bet the house on it. If Joe...
Yeah, like you said, bro, that's the battery in the back. Like, why we let people put the batteries in like that?
No, but then you repeat this. People repeat this. And then
we had one comment that said he's a POS, seditionist, treasonous traitor, and we're still waiting for that response. We're still waiting for the come back the facts for that.
What are we using to table this? What are we using to table this? That's all I need to know. But listen, he's the Speaker of the House, and now really what the outcome of this is going to be, Ali, is that can we get some stuff done for the people? Can we get these investigations open into the origins of the vidi, right? Can we get these these investigations into some of the stuff that's happening with the the pharmaceutical industry, let's just call it that, so we don't get our content flagged, right? Some of these instances of things that are unexplained. I think if allowed to facilitate the investigations in these several committees, Ali, now that we're going to get these committee assignments coming out, I think that'll be the end all, that'll be the beginning of the end for certain factions of people who were benefiting from the nonsense. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I think that'll be the beginning of the end of that, but we could be entirely wrong. You know what I mean? Maybe somehow it becomes a thing where he is a RINO and he blocks everything Republicans try to do. Only time will tell, right?
Only time will tell, folks, and we will keep our eyes on it right here at the Urban Conservative. We definitely appreciate y'all hanging out with us on a Saturday. As always,
keep in mind before you do that, the one thing you didn't show on the way out, bro, you didn't show the votes, the last bit of votes. Right? Put a button on it. We should have showed y'all. Even the people like Matt Gaetz, even the people like Bobart, even these people, when you look at the vote, this will tell you how they really feel. All of the rhetoric, all of the propaganda throughout the last couple of days, all of the tweets, all of that stuff comes down to the numbers, right? That's what it comes down to, is the numbers. And that'll tell you how they voted. That'll tell you everything you need to know. So we didn't want to end without tabling that all of these congressmen, this is what it is. He has support of most of the so we're calling most of the people in Congress RINOs at this point. If McCarthy's a RINO, then the people who voted for them by default will have to be what? I don't understand how that works. I don't understand. If you could explain that to us, let us know.
Yeah, word up. Well, look, we definitely appreciate each and everybody joining us today. It's been an interesting week in the political world. We're going to be here Monday morning live for the top of the morning show. We'll be Monday night. We'll be around for the Urban Conservative Podcast. We want you to join us. We want you to give us a like, a share, a subscribe over at the TUC Twins channel on YouTube. Make sure you're following us everywhere. You can follow us on social media. If there's a platform you're on that we're not on, let us know. We'll get on that. You can also check out our content anywhere you listen to podcasts. So we definitely appreciate that. And again, we'll be live here Monday morning for top of the morning and Monday at 8 p.m.
Bro, we'll be live here tomorrow for Sunday Supreme Court. So don't miss that.
You're right.
Tap in.
Yeah, Supreme Court Sunday will be
Supreme
up.
Court Sunday popping. Don't forget about that. All right, y'all. Peace and